State education leaders say they are now open to changing how Maryland funds public schools.
And this comes after our Project Baltimore team has exposed how millions of your tax dollars are going to educate students who aren't there. Chris Papps explains.
More calls for an investigation into how Maryland public schools are funded.
Project Baltimore, since 2021, has been investigating potential problems with how Maryland funds public schools. But for 4 years, state education leaders have been unwilling to address the concerns we've uncovered. Now, this Fox 45 report exposing how Maryland schools got an estimated $168 million last year to educate students who were not in class appears to have had an impact.
As you've dug into this about enrollment data, I've learned a lot in your reporting and our team really diving into this for us.
Dr. Joshua Michael is the president of the Maryland State Board of Education.
From looking at it now, it certainly, could be a better way of representing the students that are actually in our schools.
Maryland every year spends billions of your tax dollars on public education, nearly all of which is allocated to schools based on student enrollment, which is counted on just one day, September 30th. But students are transient. Throughout the school year, they're moving. The money, however, does not follow them. And newly released state data show the result may be that Maryland schools are being underfunded. Michael says that needs to be addressed.
It's certainly a topic that I'm going to be raising with members of the General Assembly and with the governor.
The Maryland State Department of Education does not make all pre-K through 12 student enrollment data public, meaning Project Baltimore over the years has only had access to a limited amount of enrollment information. But we could see there appeared to be an issue with how funding follows students. This is the previously non-public data MSDE recently gave to Fox 45. Going back to 2019, after the September 30th count, we can see more students every year enrolled in Maryland public schools than withdrew. In 2024, there were 7,342 more students enrolled at the end of the school year compared to the beginning. But the schools those students attended did not receive more funding because the additional students enrolled after September 30th. In 2024, Maryland public schools received about $20,000 per student, meaning the state's one-day-a-year enrollment count appears to have resulted in schools being underfunded by an estimated $140 million.
And that's a lot of money that schools are not getting to educate students who are there. But at the same time, there are schools that are getting money to educate students who are not there.
Right, and it is a system that is inherently imperfect.
Is that a problem?
I think it's a big problem, Chris.
Signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed?
During the upcoming legislative session in Annapolis, lawmakers will again have an opportunity to change how Maryland funds public schools.
We keep funding based on that one snapshot.
Carroll and Frederick County State Delegate April Rose has pre-filed legislation to count student enrollment multiple times a year to ensure schools receive money to educate students who are in seats. Dr. Michael told Fox 45 he is willing to work with Rose to write that legislation to more accurately fund schools.
This is really a learning season for the state on getting a lot better at ensuring funding follows the kids to the schools that they're at.
State Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Carrie Wright, also told Fox 45 News she is willing to consider changing how Maryland funds public schools. We will keep you updated as Delegate Rose works with state education leaders to draft that legislation. I'm Chris Papst, and this is Project Baltimore.
Hi. Hi, I'm Maxine Stryker. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel, and check out Fox Baltimore on social media to find more stories like this.